Audio Jungle.
Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Andito na naman po ako, ang iyong moderator, Mr. Adonis Verona, ang iyong Mr. Glam International 2021 representing the Northern Philippines. So ngayong gabi, alam ko excited na po ang lahat dahil ito ang isa sa kaabang-abang na episode ng Hari ng Pilipinas kasi magkakaroon tayo ng Battle of the Candidates. Ito yung tinatawag nating head-to-head challenge. So this time, i-share po natin yung page ng Hari ng Pilipinas kasi live na live po tayo ngayong gabi. Okay? So, ano nga po ba itong head-to-head challenge po na ito? So, itong head-to-head challenge po na ito, dito natin mabibase. Okay? Added scores po ito for choosing the finalists who will enter or who will compete in Cagayan. Okay? Ang mga judges po natin nanonood na, nagkakaroon na ng scoring. So, dito natin makikita how eloquent, how weak our candidates are in answering questions or in sharing their opinions and expressing their thoughts with regards to current issues, current trends, current news happening all over the world. So this time, okay, the first set of candidates who will be having the head-to-head challenge will be the battle between Mr. Hari ng Pilipinas, Camarines Sur, and Hari ng Pilipinas, Agusan del Norte. Okay? Correct me if I'm wrong. I think it's Agusan del Norte. Ayan, Agusan del Norte. So, simulan na natin kay Mr. Agusan del Norte. Magandang gabi, Mr. Agusan del Norte. How are you doing tonight?
So ayun, magandang gabi sa atin lahat. Ako po si Ian Baruel, Hari ng Pilipinas ng Agusan del Norte. So I'm 22 years old. So ayun. So yun sir, yung ginagawa ko ngayon is tamang bantay lang sa tindahan, ganon.
Ayun. So excited ka na ba sa magiging head-to-head challenge ba? Ano yung nararamdaman mo ngayon? Are you feeling nervous? Feeling excited ba?
Yes. Parang yun, pinaghalong parang ng kaba at saka yung excitement.
So, do you think na masusurpass mo ito? Kakayanin mo ba na tapatan ang Camarines Sur? Confident ba?
Well, try natin. I'm not sure, pero try natin.
Okay, yan. Kailangan dapat, pa rin tayo, di ba? Confident pa rin tayo na kailangan maniwala pa rin tayo sa sarili nating kakayahan. Alam kong kayang-kaya mo yan, Mr. Agusan del Norte.
Thank you, sir.
Ayan.
Thank you.
So, ang matanong ko lang, ano ba yung nagiging preparation mo ngayon since na naging part ka na ng Hari ng Pilipinas 2021? Since ito yung pinaka-inaugural, the first ever Hari ng Pilipinas.
So ayun, laging pinaghahandaan yung mga challenges, and then ayun, nag-start na rin mag-exercise para kahit paano gumanda yung katawan. Charot.
Yeah. Di ba? Hindi lang dapat mentally prepared ka, kailangan physically prepared ka rin, di ba?
Yes, exactly.
Tama. Okay. So, thank you so much, Mr. Agusan del Norte. Ngayon naman, welcome naman natin sa screen ang makakatapat ni Mr. Agusan del Norte. We have Hari ng Pilipinas, Mr. Camarines Sur.
Okay, good evening to everyone. I am Sir Van Dignao, ang inyong Hari ng Pilipinas, Camarines Sur. I am 29 years old, and then I am an assistant veterinarian here in Manila. Just maray nabanggi po sa Indogabos.
Wow. So you're assistant veterinarian, so talagang siguro you love dogs, right? Dogs, cats, animals?
Yes.
O siguro hulaan ko lang Camarines Sur. Siguro ang advocacy mo related sa animal rights siguro.
Yes po.
Tama ba ako?
Yes po.
Okay. Ayan, so tanong ko sa iyo. Same question with Mr. Agusan del Norte. How are you doing tonight? May I ask what are your preparations for the upcoming Hari ng Pilipinas 2021?
Okay, I am quite excited at the same time, medyo kabado. Kagagaling lang po ng work and then in preparation naman po sa Hari ng Pilipinas journey, I do a lot of routine workout and then strict sa dietary monitoring po tayo kasi mahirap, kumbaga, Hari ng Pilipinas yan eh. So, first and foremost dapat, lalo na sa title natin, is Team Matikas. So, kailangan pangalagaan natin yung katawan natin, lalo na ngayon, pandemic. So, I stay positive, I stay healthy all the time. That's it po.
Yeah, tama-tama. Napaka-importante talaga na you are also physically prepared. 'Di ba? Ang pagiging hari hindi lang yan dapat na sabihin natin hindi lang gwapo, hindi lang matalino. Kailangan physically prepared 'yan, 'di ba? Kumbaga sa body physique niya kailangan he is ready to conquer the stage and showcase to everyone that he has this great body na pwedeng maka-inspire sa mga fellow countrymen niya, di ba? So it's good na nagkakaroon kayo ng preparations, doing your physical preparations, kailangan mentally prepared din kayo and emotionally prepared. And this time pa lang, I'm already proud na you involved yourself in this kind of pageant na alam naman natin one of the biggest pageants na in today's challenging times, di ba? So salamat Mr. Camarines Sur. So I think kailangan na natin ipasok ulit si Mr. Agusan del Norte. Ayan. Ayan. So nakita na. I know naman na siguro na mag-friends na kayo, di ba?
Yes.
Yes po, sir.
Pero this time siguro disregard mo na 'yon. No, kasi this is actually the battle of a total package of being a king. Being a king talaga, di ba? It's a battle between Mr. Agusan del Norte and Mr. Camarines Sur. Okay? So here's the deal. Okay? You will only be given 30 seconds to 40 seconds to answer questions. Okay? Na ibibigay sa screen. So after ng isa nagsagot, the other one could also answer. That depends kung meron siyang idea or he can rebut to the answer of the first candidate. Okay? So, this is the first question. Let's begin with Mr. I think Agusan del Norte. Okay. Agusan del Norte. So, this is your question. So, why do you think that people have a negative image of pageantry? Again, why do you think that people have a negative image of pageantry? So 30 seconds to 40 seconds, go.
So napakagandang katanungan. So thank you po sa katanungan na 'yan. So sa tingin ko po kasi is hindi naman kasi lahat ng tao ay pareho tayo mag-iisip, lahat ng tao magkakaiba. So siguro yung mga tao na may negative tingin sa mga pageantry, ito yung mga taong walang kaalaman, walang background sa sa pageantry talaga. So sa tingin ko, sana baguhin nila yung pananaw na iyon kasi ang pageantry napakahalaga sa industry mismo ng Pilipinas. So naway baguhin natin yung pananaw natin. Yun lamang po.
Okay, so thank you so much Mr. Agusan del Norte. So it's time Mr. Camarines Sur.
Okay. I would like to, I beg to disagree na a lot of people have a negative image on pageantry. Kasi first and foremost, I have a lot of insecurities in my life. So, ito, tinumbok ko tong Hari ng Pilipinas to prove to the whole world na it's not about the physical fit, physical build-up, the image, the face, the beauty, the brain. It's all within ourselves to boost our confidence and then hindi basihan yung mga insecurities natin sa buhay para maging negative tayo tungkol sa pageantry world. So that's it. May kanya-kanya po tayong aspeto sa buhay. Kumbaga, hindi lahat pantay-patay. Merong gwapo, merong maganda, pero walang brain. So, kung aanhin mo yung mga image na yung kung ikaw mismo walang brain. So, I prepared na confidence pa din and guts, and then the strong will, the determination, the motivation, and then yung physicality po natin, and then yung perseverance natin na i-showcase sa buong tao, sa buong mundo na ito tayo, with or without that brain, that guts, whatever you do in life, kung gusto mo yung talagang dreams like yung pageantry, push may paglaban mo kasi ikaw mismo yung makakaalam sa sarili mo, ikaw mismo yung magdadala sa sarili natin, alasin natin yung negativity sa sarili natin, and then let's be positive when it comes to pageantry kasi yan yung kumbaga number one na uh, game natin inside the country, kumbaga ito yung foundation natin. Dito tayo nahubog sa pageantry. Let's claim the title na tayo yung what do you mean by that? Tayo yung hometown, tayo yung title holder ng mga pageants sa buong mundo. May pinanghahawakan po tayo. So, alasin po sana natin yung negativity about pageantry. That's all po.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Camarines, sir. So, Mr. Agustin del Norte, matanong ko lang, do you agree or disagree with the thoughts and opinion from your opponent?
So, napakasangayon po ako sa mga sinasabi niya. Totoo po 'yon. Lahat ng sinasabi ni Mr. Camarines sir, sang-ayon po talaga ako. Na be confident kung ano ka, stand for it.
Okay.
Yun lang po.
Okay, so yung issue nyo na about the pageantry, nakikita kasi ng mga tao na pag sinabing pageantry, puro lang kabastusan yan, walang kwenta. But they don't know
yun.
what's the real purpose of the pageant.
Yeah.
It's not just about the showcase of beauty, glamour, but also you are there because you wanted to inspire other people. That's the primal goal kasi ng pageantry. Yun yung hindi alam ng mga tao. Yun yung mindset na dapat nating ipakita sa kanila. Di ba, candidates?
Yung dapat natin baguhin sa utak nila na hindi pageantry, hindi walang masama diyan. So actually tinutulungan yung bansa natin na i-promote 'yan sa pamamagitan ng pageantry po sa ibang bansa.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Agustin del Norte. Now, Mr. Camarines, sir, this is the next question. Okay, what is the most important issue your generation is facing right now? Okay, what is the most important issue your generation is facing right now?
If I were to ask, what is the important issue my generation facing right now? In my own experience po, I think it's a moral support, most especially when it comes to your dream. Now, especially sa time natin, is pandemic, lalo na sa mga kabataan po, madaming mga out of school youth dahil sa big effect ng pandemya. Madaming generation ang hindi nakakapag-aral masyado kasi hindi lahat avail yung tinatawag nating educational system which is online school learning. So I think kailangan natin ipakita sa kanila na even us, kahit wala tayong capacity, through small help, by encouraging them na ipagpatuloy na yung dream nila, hindi hadlang yung pandemya para maabot nila yung pangarap nila, lalo na ngayon, hindi kawalan sa buhay kung estado natin, magpatuloy po tayo magsimikap, magpatuloy sa pag-aaral kasi diyan lang po yung magiging goal natin kung kaya yung education. So, I therefore advise to the young generation na despite of the pandemic, we are encouraging right now, pagpatuloy po nilang pangarapin, yung pangarap nila, abutin nila, yun lamang po.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Camarines, right? Okay,
Yes,
this time, Agustin del Sur, the question will be thrown sa iyo naman. What is the most important issue your generation is facing?
So I think the most important issue my generation is facing right now is yung pagiging matatag sa buhay, lalo na yung panahon natin ngayon na pandemic. So kailangan natin maging matatag sa buhay na kahit anong mangyari, laban lang. And pagiging thankful din pala kasi sa awa ng Diyos, sa awa ng Diyos, ito buhay pa rin tayo sa ngayon. So pagpasasalamat sa araw-araw na lagi tayong ginagabayan at ayun, sa mga kabataan na hirap sa online class, ayun, maging maging masinop lang tayo sa pag-aaral. Give the best lang lagi yun lang.
Okay, so thank you so much. I think both sides are mutual. Yung perspective nila sa nangyayari ngayon sa generation natin, which is the education. Na kailangan education shouldn't be ignored all the time. Kasi nga 'di ba, education, yun yung magiging sandata natin in facing
Foundation.
whatever, kung meron mang pandemic na mangyayari sa susunod na henerasyon. 'Di ba? We must be prepared. Tama. Thank you so much. So next question we have, okay, for Mr. Agusan del Norte. What values, frames, and narratives are associated with greater support for tackling poverty, and why? Again, what values,
Sir.
frames, and narratives are associated with greater support for tackling poverty, and why?
So, okay lang pa Tagalog, sir?
Okay lang, okay lang.
Sir, I mean, pakitagalog ng tanong po. Okay lang po ba?
Okay, so what
Para-
values, frames, and narratives are associated with greater support for tackling poverty? So ano daw yung mga, ano ba yung mga maaari nating ipakita or mga pag-uugali or mga siguro solutions to? In general, ano ba yung mga solutions para ma-provide natin yung support when it comes into talking about the issues of poverty?
So, sa tingin ko po is yung ano, yung... Sa tingin ko po is yung ano, sir, yung pagiging magkaroon ng ano ng family planning po sa mga kabataan kasi ay sa isang pamilya kasi higit sa lahat kasi maaaring hindi natin makikita right now yung resulta pero at the future doon natin makikita at doon natin makikita yung benefits ng family planning kasi the more na lumalaki kasi yung population ng bansa natin, the more na maghihirap yung bansa natin. So yun lang po, family planning. For
Okay,
every
so
family.
okay, then the question would be given to Mr. Agusan del Norte. Same question. So what values or frames and narratives are associated with greater support for tackling poverty, and why?
Sa tingin ko po, godly values, and then unity and camaraderie, kasi kung wala po tayo pagkakaisa, hindi natin matutulungan yung iba, especially those unfortunate and yung mga kapuspalad po. Kailangan nila ng suporta galing sa atin, sa bawat isa, hindi lang sa government, pati sa mga individual na sector po ng ating pamayanan. Kailangan po nila ng suporta. Hindi lahat ng suporta nagagaling sa politiko, sa mga nasa may katungkulan po. Lahat ng individual maaring sumuporta para makatulong po sa bawat isa na may ahon yung kanilang sarili sa kahirapan po. Yan lamang po.
Okay,
Moral
tama. So, okay, tamang-tama nga kasi nga sabi nila, para ma-prevent mo yung poverty, we need a better support system, which is unity. Kasi nga, di ba, if there's unity, there's always a victory, which therefore will prevent poverty. Okay, so tama, good, very good, very good. Okay, ayan, so dinagdagan, inano ko lang, parang in-emphasize ko lang. Okay, next, we have Mr. Camarines Sur. How will you promote tourism in your province during this time of pandemic?
So
Okay?
thank you for the wonderful... Sino po ako, sir?
Question coming from Mr. Ednor Maximo.
So thank you for the wonderful... Sino sasagot, sir?
You, Mr. Camarines Sur. Magkakaroon lang tayo
sorry.
ng shuffle later on.
Okay po. I will use my title if ever I win the crown to encourage those small sectors, especially the fishermen, the agricultural sectors, kasi sila po yung number one na pang-backup natin during this time of pandemic. So with the help of the agricultural sectors, yung mga agricultural sectors like fisheries, mag-agricultural po, doon manggagaling yung turismo mismo. Yung mga inaangkat nating produkto galing sa agrikultura, which is big help sa tourism para may increase natin yung demand. Most especially lalo sa mga community pantry po, ano pa nga po yung first source natin galing sa agrikultura. So I think helpful siya sa tourism natin kasi both tourism and then agricultural sectors must cooperate, must team up para ma-end up yung pandemic. And then dagdag kabuhay din po sa mga maliliit na mamamayan po. Yan lamang po.
Okay, so next we have, do you agree, Mr. Agusan del Norte? On
Yes
the
po,
side
sir.
given
I'm
by,
so-
na kailangan ba na ang pagiging titulado ay magagamit mo para makapag-promote ng tourism? Or
Yes,
either
sir.
may titulo ka or wala, makakatulong ka pa rin ba sa pag-promote ng tourism sa province nyo? That would be the question.
Actually, sir, kahit naman wala kang titulado, you can promote naman yung yung mismong tourism mo sa bansa natin, sa province natin, sa mga ganun. Kasi hindi mo naman kailangan ng hindi mo naman kailangan ng titulado para matulungan mo yung mga mamamayan para para i-promote yung mismo mga tourism natin, yung mga products natin sa ibang bansa o or here in the Manila from the province.
Yeah, tama. Sabi nila, whether you have the title or not, kailangan mag-start pa rin sa sarili mo ang pag-promote. Ano ba yung mga possible? Since pandemic naman ngayon, di ba, kailangan safety protocol. Ano ang pwede natin gamitin? It's either social media, right? Or
Yeah.
any forms na I think safety, para sa safety din natin. Di ba? Nag-capture ka lang ng pictures mo showing the background of the tourist spot, then that's already you're already promoting your
Yes.
province or the tourist spot. In a simple way, in a safer way, makakapag-promote ka na agad, di ba? Okay, so ang tanong ni Ednor Maximo, sa paanong paraan daw? Mr. Camarines Sur, sa paanong paraan daw ka makakapag-promote? Since sinabi mo, kapag nagkaroon ka ng title, for instance, naging hari ng Pilipinas ka, in what way ka makakapag-promote ng tourism sa province mo, mag-increase pa yung tourism ng province mo? Yun ang tanong ni Mr. Ednor.
Sa tingin ko po, sa pamamagitan ng social media promotion, by using that, not only by using the title, as sinabi na po natin na galing mismo sa sarili natin, so yung mga mamamayan po magsasaka by simply taking pictures from them kung gaano nila pinaghirapan yung mga agricultural products na ginagamit natin sa community pantry. That will eventually lead to a big impact to the community, most especially to the social media, kung saan nga ba nagagaling yung mga resources na kinakain natin. With the help of that, so yung turismo, saan ba to? Galing ito ganyan? Saan nanggagaling yung mga murang bilihin para may angkat and makatulong din sa mga small community po. So by social media posting, and then sharing the link or the post, and then using the hashtag community help, let's help one another, Team Unity, Team Philippines, gumaganyan pong bagay. Yan lamang po.
Okay, so yun ang way mo, social media, para magkaroon pa ng increase of tourism promotion sa province mo. Okay, thank you so much. We have Mr. Camarines Agusan del Norte. Tama ba? Agusan del Norte.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Sino si Agusan del Norte? Naka-blue, right?
No, sir.
Camarines
sir.
si naka-pink.
Ako yung naka-pink, sir. Agusan del Norte po.
Okay, so we have Agusan del Norte. Medyo naghahang ka. So, ang tanong dito, sa paanong paraan daw? In what way? Para makapag-promote ka. Is it the same idea with Mr. Camarines Sur? That you have to use social media? Or meron ka bang ibang way or alternative way para may promote mo pa other than social media? Meron ka bang ibang naiisip?
Hello, naririnig po ako, sir?
Yeah, naririnig.
Yeah, okay. So, ayun, sir, actually, same ideas, pero yung ideas ko naman is, medyo improve lang natin konti. Kasi, sa tingin ko, gaya ng sinabi niya, maaaring kumuha ng litrato habang nasa sakahan, and then posting it on social medias, gamitin natin yung platform ng social medias. Pwede natin ito i-post sa mismong page natin, sa Facebook natin, sa Instagram natin, sa YouTube natin, and sa Twitter. Napakaraming paraan para ma-promote natin yung mismong sarili nating mga tourism. So ayun, sir, by tagging your family, friends, and some people na sa tingin mo is yung kakilala mo, yung mga taong taga doon sa bansa, taga doon sa lugar na yon, maraming way para ma-promote natin yung mismong tourism natin.
Tama, di ba?
That's it.
By just clicking, di ba?
And sharing, sir.
In a few
Sharing.
of
By
seconds,
sharing.
ang bilis lang mag-spread ng mga informations.
Yeah.
Basta gagamit ka lang ng social media. Okay, thank you guys. So you can now say your closing spiels. Okay, so we have Mr. Agusan del Norte. So closing spiels mo daw.
So, ayun.
Ganun lang kabilis.
So muli, ako po si Melvin Ian Barwell, isa pong mag-aaral at nirepresent ako po ang Agusan del Norte para sa Hari ng Pilipinas. So, nga pala yung Sir Mr. Glam natin, so suportahan po natin siya sa darating na competition niya. I-like po yung always support him at saka yung mga page nila, and then yun laging suportahan natin. And by the way, sa mga manonood natin, always follow the page ng Hari ng Pilipinas, subscribe sa YouTube channel ng Hari ng Pilipinas. By the way, meron din po silang Instagram, Hari ng Pilipinas din po. Yun lamang po, and patuloy nawa natin suportahan ang journey natin sa Hari ng Pilipinas. That's it, and thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. Agusan del Norte, for that final spiel. Okay, this time, let's hear the closing spiel of Mr. Camarines.
Okay, muli magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Maraming salamat po sa lahat ng tumangkilik. And then, salamat po sa lahat ng mga katanungan. Sana naliwanagan po kayo. And then, keep on supporting us po. Stay tuned po sa mga upcoming events po natin, sa mga challenges. Patuloy niyo pong suportahan kaming lahat. Lahat po tayo nangangarap, lahat tayo may pangarap, lahat tayo magsumikap, lahat tayo magtulungan. Maraming salamat po muli. Ako po si Sir Vando Benagoigtao, ang inyong Hari ng Pilipinas, Camarines Sol. Just mabalos po.
Okay, maraming salamat, Mr. Camarines. So lahat po ng ating mga viewers, okay, sa lahat po ng mga supporters ng ating dalawang candidate from Camarines Sol and Agusan del Norte, okay, patuloy lang po suportahan kasi alam natin na sila yung naitalaga na mag-represent ng province nyo, at they are very proud, and I know that they are prepared to conquer the national stage in winning or vying for the crown ng Hari ng Pilipinas 2021. So again, maraming salamat. I think let's give them a very huge round of applause. You deserve that, guys.
Thank you, sir. Salamat
Thank you so
po.
much. Okay, thank you.
Thank you po.
Thank you po. Bye, guys.
Yeah, so I think this time we have the second set of our head-to-head challenge. It's actually a battle between Cagayan and Tuguegarao. Ayun. So good evening, Mr. Cagayan Province. I think this is the second time that I'm gonna interview you again, right? Okay. So it's your floor, Mr. Ethan. Promote anything. You can make your introductory speech here. Okay, your floor.
So hello guys sa lahat ng mga nanonood from Batanes hanggang Hulo. Ako nga pala si Ethan Gail Balubal Alawigan, galing sa probinsya ng Cagayan. 20 years old, and I am representing the beautiful province of the Cagayan, the land of smiling beauty and the paradise where it is home of the Valley of Fun. So, ngayon, I'm here to thank you all for supporting me, lalo na sa mga pamilya ko, lalo na sa mga kaibigan ko na laging nandyan para sumuporta sa akin. And I hope na magpatuloy yun hanggang sa dulo. And salamat kasi binigyan ako ng oportunidad, binigyan ako ng Hari ng Pilipinas oportunidad para bigyan ko ng karangalan ng aking bayan, ng aking probinsya na ang Cagayan. So, gagawin ko ang lahat ng makakaya ko para sa aking probinsya naman po.
Okay. So Ethan, do you think you are 100% already na ba for the national?
Yes naman
100%
po
na ba?
Yes naman po kasi dapat maging laging handa kasi hindi naman natin alam ang oras, kaya we should be always prepared to whatever circumstances that we will face in the future.
So sa 100%, ilang percent ka na masasabi mong nasa stage of preparation ka na?
So for me,
Since
I am
September
doing
yung
a lot.
pageant nyo, di ba?
Yes po, I am doing a lot of preparations, lalo na po sa may aking physique kasi medyo kulang pa siya ng muscle siguro. Kaya I'm working on that and dun sa part ng aking chest and braso, yun na lang po siguro ang gusto kong palakihin.
O, di ba? Di ba ang hirap maging isang beauty king kasi kailangan
Yes po.
yung expectation ng mga tao sa iyo, kailangan totally package ka, complete package. So kailangan
Yes.
sacrifice talaga. Pero in the end, everything will be worth it talaga yan. Just the process,
Yes.
brother. Thank you so much, Mr. Ethan. Next one, pasok na natin si Mr. Tugigaraw. Okay, magandang gabi. Magandang gabi sa iyo. Naririnig mo ba, Mr. Tugigaraw?
Tanggalin mo lang yung Bluetooth.
Ayan, naririnig kita. Naririnig mo ba ako? I think baka nakamute ako sa'yo.
Walang sound.
Walang sound niya.
Wala. Hello?
Nakamute ba?
I think baka nakamute ako sa'yo.
Ay, hindi.
Hello.
Mike.
Naririnig mo na ako? Naririnig mo na ako? Hello?
Hindi po may Bluetooth. Hindi.
Hindi po kita naririnig, sir.
Cagayan, naririnig mo ba ako, Mr. Cagayan?
Loud and clear po.
Loud and clear. Tugigaraw. Ayan, I think there's a technical problem here from Tugigaraw. Try mo gumamit ng
Hindi
headset.
po, sir.
Headset.
Papa ka naman, please.
Back mo pa lang. Back mo pa lang.
Kabak lang po ako, back lang.
Okay, sige. So, Mr. Cagayan, okay, ikaw lang muna. Ayan. Ayan, medyo ano ka ba ngayon? Kabado ba? Or excited?
Mixed emotions po eh.
Kamusta ang preparations? Nakakapagod?
Oo naman po.
Ayan.
Pero
So,
at
there's...
the
Okay,
end,
so we have a question here now. Diretso na tayo. If you're going to make a tagline for Hari ng Pilipinas, what would it be and why? So we are asking for the tagline. Tagline tayo.
So for me, it would be makabagong hari. We should be a hari, being passionate in what we are doing, having the right time and the right mind, having the right heart to do whatever things that we want, especially in helping other people, especially in solving the problems that we are facing right now. And I think that makabagong hari will be a hari not just in pageantry but a hari in the whole Philippines that can contribute to nation building.
Wow, ang galing. Ang sarap. Alam mo sa akin na kung ang ganda na sinabi mo yan. Pero siguro ako naman siguro ko akong tatanungin, lalo na relevant ngayon, makabagong hari sa panahon ng pandemya. Di ba? Something like unique. Di ba? Ang nagiging nagiging glitch na natin na kapag ikaw isa kang hari, it's more on matikas ka, gwapo ka, lahat kompleto. Pero kailangan meron tayong isang quality characteristic na bilang isang makabagong hari ng pandemya. Kailangan ikaw ay matulungin, may puso sa mga tao. There's a heart for the public, di ba? Ang ganda rin, di ba? Pero yung sinabi mo, it's very very interesting. Very interesting, beautiful, profound talaga. So ayan. I think wala pa rin siya. Siguro may babato lang sa yung mga tanong dito. Ayan, naririnig mo na ba, Mr. Tugigaraw?
Yes po, naririnig po.
Ayun, Mr. Tugigaraw. So, ayan, same question with Mr. Ano muna tayo. Bago kita tanungin, are you excited ba? Are you feeling nervous or wala lang? Because this is only a question. It's only a head-to-head challenge. Bakit ako matatakot, di ba?
A little bit nervous po.
A little bit nervous. Yeah. Is this your first time to join join pageant?
No, sir. This is my 9 times po.
Oh, grabe. All wins? All win ba?
No, sir. No, sir. 4 titles and then the others is runner-up, sir.
Wow. Ikaw, Mr. Ano, ilang titles ka na ba? Mr. Cagayan.
Dalawang titles pa lang po. Dalawang titles out of 3 po.
It's good pa rin, di ba? Mahalaga may title. Meron pa rin, mahalaga, naging hari kayo sa pageant na yon. So this is your question, Mr. Tugigaraw, related sa pagiging hari. If you're going to make a tagline for Hari ng Pilipinas, what would it be and why? Pwedeng Tagalog, pwedeng English siguro to. It's up to you.
Wait lang, sir, ha? Panibagong hari. Panibagong hari.
Wow, panibagong hari. Bakit naman bakit panibagong hari?
Hari na pwedeng maging instrumento sa mga kabataan.
Ayan, very simple. Very brief, but something like concise. Actually, same kayo ni Mr. Cagayan na makabagong hari. I think yan ba yung bagong tagline? Tagline ba talaga yan ng Hari ng Pilipinas or it's just on your own lang talaga?
Hindi, sir.
I think parang
naisip ko lang, sir. Kasi
Naisip mo lang.
Yes, sir. Kasi ito yung kauna-unahang patimpalak na magaganap pa lang dito sa ating sa ating bansa. So, yun po yung kauna-unahang naisip ko.
So, ang tanong ko, what's new? What's new of being a king?
Well, sa pagiging hari, dapat nasa iyo ang makatingi ang makatao, makadiyos. Siyempre, matatag. Kasi nakikita sa isang hari yung pagiging matatag. Eh. Kasi kapag once na makita nila yung mga taong hindi ka matatag o wala kang isang salita, hindi ka nila paniniwalaan. Eh. Kaya for sure, trust mo na yung natin.
Yeah. I think that was already asked sa challenge nyo. Na if you would be given another characteristic of being a hari, magbigay ng isa. Kasi I think I heard that challenge. So kung ikaw ay isang makabagong hari, other than being makatao, matikas, marunong at ano pa ba yung isa? Matikas, marunong, makatao at kayo nakakalam niyan.
marangal po.
Marangal. Magbigay pa ng isang katangian na sa tingin nyo ay mas magmamanifest pa sa pagiging isang makabagong hari. Ano yung sinagot mo doon, Mr. Ethan?
I'm trying to analyze kung ano yung sinabi ko kasi medyo matagal na din po yun. Pero for me, I would
I think mag-start sa M yata yun eh, ma. Oo.
Opo, ma po. See?
Kung hindi mo maalala, ano pa yung sa tingin mo? Isang katangian na pwede mong idagdag sa pinaka 4 core values ng Hari ng Pilipinas.
It would be makajos. Why? Because being makajos, especially in this time of pandemic, we should lean into God because He knows that He will save us in this kind of pandemic, and He knows that in the end, our efforts and sacrifices will be worth it, and we can come back to our normal lives in the near future. Because if we ask for His guidance, then probably He can help us in any possible ways. He can uplift and enlighten us not only in our spirits but also in our mind and our hearts, so that we can live up unto that purpose that we are here on this earth.
So kumbaga, if you put God above all, or if you put God as the center of everything is solved, everything is already answered, di ba? Ganun yun. So tama, makadiyos at matatag. So salamat. So I think next question tayo para makausad tayo. So question would be given to Mr. Tugigaraw. How will you describe a beauty pageant like this to a blind child? So my question to Mr. Tugigaraw, how will you describe a beauty pageant like this to a blind child?
Pero hindi naman po nakikita sa physical na kaanyuan o kahit disable man yung tao basta kagustuhan niyang sumali sa patimpalak. Kaya. Basta meron yung tibay at lakas ng loob niya para sumali. Kasi, for example, sumali yung isang blind sa patimpalak.
Hindi, ang tanong Mr. Tugigaraw, paano mo daw i-describe sa isang bata ang beauty pageant, sa isang bulag na bata, ang beauty pageant tulad ng Hari ng Pilipinas? Paano mo daw i-explain sa isang bata, sa isang bulag na bata, ang Hari ng Pilipinas na pageant?
Well, sasabihin ko sa batang bulag, ang patimpalak ng Hari ng Pilipinas ay isang inspirasyon para sa lahat. Dahil sa ganitong patimpalak, mararamdaman siyempre ng isang bulag o may mga sakit o disabled person ang kasiyahan ng bawat isa o bawat candidate na pagsali sa mga project na ito. Kaya
Okay, so
masasabi ko sa bulag na bata, masasabi ko sa mga bulag na bata, happy lang. Basta mararamdaman niya yung happiness sa kalooban niya, tapos mararamdaman niya yung kasiyahan ng bawat candidate. Ayun, yung kasiyahan.
So, in short, parang you will try to explain to a child that happiness is yung feeling of happiness is parang yun yung essence ng beauty pageant like Hari ng Pilipinas. Ang pagiging masaya is equivalent to Hari ng Pilipinas pageant. Yun yung gustong i-emphasize ni Mr. Tugigaraw. Ikaw naman, Mr. Cagayan. How will you describe a beauty pageant like Hari ng Pilipinas to a blind child?
So if I have given a chance to talk into a blind child, I would probably tell him that I will speak through my heart, with my heart, and I will tell him or her that we have advocacies that we live for. We have plans that want to do in the future that will help us in this kind of issues, in these issues that we are facing right now. And beauty pageant is not only for good-looking person, but also from a good attitude from within.
Yeah, tama. Ang ganda. Pwede mong sabihin talaga sa bata na ang pageant na ito, it's more on showcasing our advocacy. Diba? Isa pa, pwede mo sigurong sabihin sa bata nito, sa isang blind na bata, itong pageant na to is a pageant for blind people like you. Diba? It's a very simple. Yeah. And doon alam na niya na, there's a pageant intended for me, intended for blind child like me. Yeah. Thank you so much. We have, again, next question. Next question, Mr. Cagayan. Is it essential to be a social media influencer to join a pageant? Again, is it essential to be a social media influencer to join a pageant?
Yes.
Why or why not?
Why? Because
My stand is,
It's Camarines Sur muna tayo. Kay Cagayan muna tayo. Cagayan naman tayo. Okay, Cagayan muna.
for me, it is not essential to be a social media influencer to join a pageant because online or offline, we can influence other people by doing the good deeds, by showcasing our attitude, our disciplines, the way that we live our life. We can influence others and they can follow our steps towards the dreams that we want to achieve, like being strong. I think that can influence other people. That is one of my one of my greatest attitude is being strong because I have experienced a lot of hindrances. I have experienced a lot of circumstances in my life, but I stand here because I have a dream. I have a dream that I want to achieve in my life. So it is not essential whether it is you are a you are a social media influencer to join a pageant. So online or offline, it is in our hands to influence other people, not in
Good.
the basis of technology.
Thank you so much. So, ganda ng sagot. Okay? Kumbaga, to be good is not about social media. It's all about yourself. Diba? You don't need other tools for you to be prominent in the eyes of the people. It's on your hands on how are you going to influence and inspire other people. So thank you so much, Mr. Cagayan. So this time we have Mr. Tugigaraw. What's your stand sa sinasabi nilang, is it essential to be a social media influencer? Kailangan ba lahat, kailangan ba para maging para makasali ka sa isang pageant, kailangan social media influencer ka ba? Kailangan kilala ka ba sa TikTok? Kilala ka ba sa Facebook? Sa Instagram? Do you agree or do you disagree?
Sure, I disagree po. Disagree. Kasi sa pamamagitan ng pagiging humble person, tapos ipinapakita as a person sa mga nakapaligid na tao sa'yo, doon mo talaga mararamdaman na ang mga nakapaligid sa yung tao is iniidolo ka. Kasi ipinapakita mo sa kanila yung talagang ikaw, hindi yung fake na ikaw. Kasi hindi lahat ng nakikita sa influencer, sa mga social media, sikat na mga TikTokers, ganun ang ugali nila. Mas maganda yung nakikita nila at nakifeel nila yung tunay mong ugali. Yun natin.
Good, tama. Kaya nga sabihin nga nila, the number of likes, the number of reactions or followers you have in any social media account are not the measurements for you to be a social media influencer or for you to be to qualify to join a pageant. 'Di ba? Yun kasi yung nagiging ano ngayon nagiging mindset ng mga tao. The more na mas marami kang followers, iniisip nila na the more na mas qualified ka para maging isang beauty king. Me too, I don't believe on that. 'Di ba? Yung influence, the power to speak, the power to voice out, yung makikinig talaga yung tao sa iyo either in offline or either sa pakikipag-usap lang sa tao kahit hindi ka gagamit ng any media tools, basta magaling kang magsalita na makikinig yung mga tao sa iyo, then you are considered to be not just a social media influencer but an influencer itself. 'Di ba? Agree ba kayo doon?
Yes, po.
Medyo, parang napapasabak na rin ako eh. Okay, so thank you so much. Next question to Mr. Tugigaraw. What would you do if fear was not a factor and you could not fail? Again, what would you do if fear was not a factor and you could not fail? In Tagalog, ano daw ang gagawin mo kung ang takot ay hindi na basihan para hindi basihan para ikaw ay mag-fail. Yun. Ano daw ang gagawin mo kapag ang takot ay hindi na basihan para ikaw ay hindi mag-fail? Ano ba kasi nga, 'di ba? In short, bakit ba tayo takot na bakit ba takot tayong pumalpak? Bakit ba takot tayong pumalpak? Yun ang tanong 'yon. Bakit takot tayong pumalpak? Yun yung first question. Kasi possible pwede tayo napapahiya tayo yung ego natin, di ba? So, diyan papasok yung question na yan. What would you do? Ano daw ang gagawin mo if fear was not a factor and you could not fail?
Sir, in almost 7 years working po, naranasan ko ma-fail at naranasan ko din maging okay sa lahat ng bagay. Well, very good question po, sir. Kasi hindi naman nakikita o nasusukat sa kamalian ng isang tao, kundi bagkos. Yung kamalian yun, yung yung magiging susi sa atin upang magiging evolved pa yung sarili natin. Kumbaga, mas magiging higher pa yung isipan natin para matuto tayo sa mas malawak na kalaman.
Kasi minsan nag-fail tayo dahil sa takot natin. 'Di ba? Hindi natin tinitake yung risk, hindi tayo nagiging brave. Kaya minsan pumapalpak tayo. 'Di ba? Kapag may takot, possible pwede kang mag-fail. Yun kasi yun. Yun yung pinopoint out niya dito. Ikaw ba, Mr. Cagayan, ano ang stand mo sa question ni Mr. Wayne Lee? Na what would you do? Ano daw ang gagawin mo if fear was not a factor and you could not fail?
So if there is not either if fear was not a factor and you could not fail, so for me I would probably do that. I will still inculcate to myself that anytime, anywhere I can fail, because not everything that I do I am sure of it, because other things can go wrong and we cannot predict the future. So fearsome is there, and we are intended to fail. But for me, if we have the courage to face those challenges, then probably we will not fail in the future.
So ayun. So ano daw yung ano pa ba yung mga iba, ano daw yung mga gagawin niyo pa? Ano pa yung mga ikaw, magbibigay ako ng isang tanong. Ano ba yung mga gagawin niyo kapag wala ng takot at wala ng failures? Would that be possible?
Yes.
Would that be possible kapag wala na daw fear at wala ng failures, ano daw yung magagawa mo? Do you think
So
would
for
that
me
be
again,
do you think posible ba yan?
posible po. Then for me, I will try something new. I will exceed into my limitations so that I will learn something from new things. And if I fail from that, then I can stand stronger and better from before.
Tama. Alam nyo kasi minsan guys, yung fear, factor din yan para mas maging ano pa tayo. Andun nga yung hesitations, pero minsan yun yung nagsisilbi nating lakas din. May takot tayo, pero minsan iniisip natin na kung matatakot lang ako, walang mangyayari. 'Di ba? Ganun yung parang point doon. Ang takot, it's a basic human emotions 'yan. Pero it's up to you kung paano mo nga siya i-handle or i-manage.
Yes,
Diba?
sir. Kahit natatakot ka, ba't di mo subukan?
Tama. Kayo ba nung una, yung totoo nung nag-enter ba kayo ng HNP, andun yung takot nyo? Totoo ba yan or hindi? Kasi nga, isipin nyo, this is a national pageant. Di ba? Pero kung hindi mo siya susubukan, paano mo masusurpass or ma-encounter yung takot mo? That's the point there. So, ako, I completely disagree na kapag wala ng fear sa atin, is magiging successful tayo. No. In success, andun yung takot minsan. But if you will not take the risk, walang mangyayari. Diba? If you will not move forward, it's because dahil takot ka, you will remain in the same place. So it's a basic human emotion na andun yung takot pa rin andun yung takot natin, but it's up to us on how are we going to filter that fear na meron sa atin. May gusto kaya tang sabihin, Mr. Cagayan?
Wala po.
Wala na. Actually, napakahirap ng question, di ba? Ang hirap ng question ni Mr. Wayne Lee. Ngayon ko lang ito narinig. Ang hirap ng tanong. Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Wayne Lee. Next question. Ayan. Thank you, guys. Okay, you can now say your closing spiels. Okay, so Mr. Cagayan, closing spiels?
So hi guys, my name is Ethan Gael Bialawigan. I am representing Cagayan Province in this inaugural edition of Hari ng Pilipinas 2021. So please support me, and I would like to share my social media platforms. My Facebook, it is Ethan Gael Alawigan. My Instagram, Itantalizing. My TikTok account at Itanolig. And shout out nga pala sa kaibigan ko na nagpapa-shoutout nung first time ko pang naging interviewer si Sir Verona. Shout out sa iyo, Ace, and to my friends from Tuguegarao City and Igig. And I would like to say thank you to all of you for supporting me until the end. And I hope you will have a good night and stay safe. God bless to all of you.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Cagayan. Now it's your time, Mr. Tuguegarao.
Ayun. Thank you po sa lahat ng mga supporters ko, mga taong manapit sa akin, most especially my mothers, my family. I'm Robin Roque Ramirez, represent ko yun, Tugigaraw City. My Facebook name is Stephen Roque. Visit lang po kayo sa akin. Huwag po kayo mahihiyang mag-chat sa akin.
Okay, so last question, guys. What people will expect from you? Meron ba kayong pasabog na kailangan nilang abangan? Mr. Cagayan, Mr. Tugigaraw.
I think for me, it's a surprise na lang para may thrill, para mas intense yung laban. Kasi every candidate has something to give, have something to offer, and we are very proud to represent our province. And we cannot wait to showcase the talents, the wit, the things that we wanted to show.
Pero I think more than 100 applicants yata kayo, but only 32 will make it to the next cut. Nako.
Yes. Yun na nga po eh. Medyo pressured na po. Doon na po,
This is
bakbakan na.
actually very, napaka-pressured talaga sa part nyo din, di ba? From more than 100 applicants, but only 32 will compete in Cagayan. Napakahirap. Paano kaya ito? Sabi ko, paano ba ako magpapapansin nito? So kailangan you have to show your uniqueness, guys. That's the secret. Okay? You have to reveal the real you. You have to reveal the uniqueness coming from you. Okay, Mr. Tugigaraw? May pasabog ba na magaganap?
Well, tignan lang po natin. Yun lang po masasabi ko.
Yes. Okay, so antay na. Okay, guys. Sa lahat ng mga viewers natin, do not forget to support, continue supporting Mr. Cagayan Province and Mr. Tugigaraw. Don't forget to follow their page. Don't forget to like their pictures on the Hari ng Pilipinas page. Okay? Kasi alam naman natin na hindi nila kayo bibiguin. Okay? Thank you so much, Mr. Cagayan and Mr. Tugigaraw. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, good night po.
Okay, so this time we have the third set of the head-to-head challenge. It's actually a battle between Mr. Iloilo and Mr. Bacolod. So I think ito yung mga nasa Visayan Island. I think mga palaban. Pag sinabi mo talagang I think Central Visayas to, I don't know, tatanungin ko na lang mamaya. Basta sinabi mong Bisaya tong mga to, palaban tong mga to. So let's welcome Mr. Iloilo. Hi, good evening, Mr. Kevin Escopel. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Ikaw po,
You're doing
kamusta?
well. Okay lang din. Naimbang nga rabi in Ilocano. My question, Bisaya ba ang Iloilo? Tama ba? Is it a part of Visayas?
Yes, we are part of Western Visayas.
In what part of Visayas?
Western Visayas. We are actually the center of the Philippines. We are the center of the Philippines.
Kaya tinatawag siyang the heart of the Philippines. Tama ba? Tama ba ako?
Opo. Yes.
Ay, okay.
The city of love.
The city of love. Kasi they are the heart,
Yes.
the heart of the Philippines, Iloilo. The home of the beauty queens, tama?
Ngayon, si Rabia.
So I think as what I've heard, Mr. Iloilo is palaban daw pag sinabing basta Ilonggo. Ano ba yung laging sinasabi sa'yo, tagline? Basta Ilonggo, guwapo. Sabi na, basta Ilongga, guwapa. Pero totoo ba yun? Totoo naman, kitang-kita naman, diba? So yung mga yan, pag mga taga-Ilonggo, pag mga taga-Iloilo City is palaban. Okay. So ano nga ba yung masasabi mo sa pagiging isang Ilonggo? Ano nga ba yung mga characteristics na meron sa Ilonggo na may showcase mo into the entire Philippines and to the entire world? It's your time na rin para i-promote mo yung sarili mo, Mr. Kevin.
Well, most of the people know na yung mga Ilonggo, very malambing in terms how the way we speak, and it really showcases our sincerity in everything that we do. So kami kasi, when you visit here in Iloilo, we really try our best to be more hospitable, like beyond your expectation. So basically, when you visit here, we would let you try some of our foods, our churches, and also marami pa actually. And kung wala lang talaga yung COVID, we can let you bring here in Iloilo City.
Wow.
And yeah, malalaman mo talaga na at ma-appreciate mo yung dialect namin na parang kumakanta kami, how the way we speak. That's how people describe our accent talaga, na how the way we speak. Sometimes it may sound funny, but yeah, that's the culture of our language
Yeah.
here.
It's quite sweet. Kaya for that reason, I'm gonna put up on my list to visit Iloilo one time.
Yes, I can tour you here if you want to.
Wow! Really talaga. Talagang nakikita ko naman hospitable ang mga taga Iloilo City. Diba? They are so, the way they speak, tama nga, very sweet. Samantalang kami mga Ilocano, para kami mga galit. Pero yun yung nagiging misconception. Okay?
Okay.
Ayan, so thank you so much, Mr. Iloilo. How are you feeling pala tonight? Are you ready with your head-to-head challenge?
I really tried my best to sleep like for a very long time kasi sabi ko, if I'm going to be in a head-to-head challenge, gusto ko prepared yung mind ko. So, buti naman, nakatulog ako kanina and then nakapaglaba pa ako before ng head-to-head challenge na to. So, I used my time really well to manage everything and I'm glad na overcome ko siya ngayon.
Well, tama. Kasi if you are exhausted, di ba, you are mentally tired. Sometimes, hindi ka rin makaisip.
Yes.
Di ba?
Yes, tama.
So, it's good na nakapagpahinga ka and you are very well prepared for Mr. Bacolod. So, welcome na natin si Mr. Bacolod. Yes. Ayan, Mr. Bacolod!
Hello, good evening.
Magandang gabi, Mr. Bacolod. So, I think nasa labas ka yata.
Yeah, actually, I stayed here at the gym like 4 hours na siguro for this head-to-head challenge. Okay naman.
Fitness gym ba yan? Fitness gym?
Yeah.
Hindi ba maingay? Will it be difficult for you to, ano?
It's okay. Okay naman. I mean, less people, meron naman noise cancellation siguro. So okay naman.
less people, less worries, right?
Yeah. No need to worry, guys. You can hear me well.
So I'm giving you the floor to tell something about you, to tell something about your place, which is Bacolod City. I think Bacolod City is actually the one of the most when it comes to celebration, very extravagant talaga, very grandiose ang festival. I think Mascara Festival, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, you're right.
Okay.
Actually,
so what's more on Bacolod nga ba? What's more on Bacolod? And what's more on being you as a candidate of Hari ng Pilipinas representing the Bacolod City?
All right. So actually, Bacolod is the capital of Negros Occidental Province. And here in Negros, we have a lot of different festivals. And one of the best festivals around Negros is the Mascara Festival, which is celebrated during October, month of October. And it's like a grandest celebration ever. Most of the tourists visit often here because, of course, they want to celebrate and enjoy their life. Bacolod City is also known as the City of Smiles.
Wow.
We are happy
kung may
people.
City of Love, kung may City of Love tayo, meron tayong City of Smiles.
Yeah, we have the City of Smiles, and people here are, of course, happy.
Bakit nga ba tinawag na City of Smiles, Mr. Bacolod? Can you give us that hint? Bakit nga ba City of Smiles? Tinaguri ang City of Smiles ng Bacolod City.
Actually, sabi daw kasi nila, people here are charming. That's why they are always smiling. Anyway,
even though they are struggling, right? Even though they are struggling, a lot
they
of
are
problems in
optimistic
life,
people.
they tend to smile all the time.
Yeah, so even though they have struggles in life, there are problems every day, they can manage how to smile. So they are optimistic people. We are optimistic people. So if you travel here in Bacolod City, you can explore a lot of different enchanted places, wonderful places where you can really be amazed. Not only food, cultural heritage, or historical places, but of course, you will be satisfied with the not only food, ha, I mean, inasal, piyaya, but the activities around Bacolod, you will enjoy a lot.
Wow.
Matatamis din yung mga tao dito kasi maraming tubo dito.
Bisaya rin ba? Ang Bacolod City ba is a part of Bisaya din?
Yeah, it's part of Western Visayas.
Western Visayas lang.
Kaya
Kaya pala kayong kausap ko, Mr. Iloilo and Bacolod. Para tuloy akong outcasted dito since napakatapang kong magsalita. Which in fact yung mga kausap ko very sweet and humble. Pero siguro ganyan talaga kayo. Sabagay, di ba? Iba-iba naman tayo na nakaugalian.
Yeah.
Diba?
So, masaya lang tayo.
Happy lang.
Happy lang. Walang pressure.
Happy lang. Ayan. Nakakahawang happiness. So that's I think Bacolod City can offer to the people. Diba?
Yeah.
Ayan. So
hi Kevin.
Ayan. So ayan na, pasok na si Kevin. So I think we need to flash the question coming from coming from our viewers. Ayan. So a question would be given first to Mr. Iloilo. What is your opinion regarding the plan of President Duterte on running as Vice President on the election 2022?
Well, for me, to see President Rodrigo Duterte to run as a Vice President for the next upcoming election would always be a choice. We have to respect that he foresee himself as a potential Vice President of our country, and he had already the experience to guide and to do service for the Filipino people. And I think we have to reconsider that there are also some potential Vice President politicians who also would like to run in this position. But still, as a responsible citizen, it is our responsibility to be vigilant, to be smart in choosing the right leader. So it is on us and how we choose, because change is just within our hands, and it depends on how the way we think and how the way we look at things.
So with regards to the political dynasty, what is your stand on that?
Well, political dynasty is not new in our Philippine government, and even in our municipality, political dynasty is still happening. But instead, if that kind of political dynasty, they have positive impact within the community, why would we deprive them when it comes to responsibility in serving the community and all the Filipino people? So let them be. Let them have the freedom to serve. So the judgment is just from us, how we choose our leaders to serve. So it depends on how we plan for our country.
Yeah. So in a nutshell, kumbaga, it's in their hands to provide the best interest of the community, di ba? So wala pa rin tayong magagawa.
Yes.
Kung if it's the choice of the people, di ba? It's in our hands. We're in a democratic country na alam naman natin who the leader would be qualified to sit in that position. Ayan. So,
and also
what about you, Mr. Mr. Bacolod?
Okay. Sige po.
Okay, continue. Continue, Mr. Iloilo. Continue.
Kasi voting naman kasi is not mandatory, but it's a choice for us to choose for the right leader. So basically, it's from the politicians who would like to listen about the interests of the citizens. So at the end of the day, the politician will just do their best to get the attention of the citizens.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so what about you, Mr. Bacolod? Do you agree with the opinion uttered by Mr. Iloilo? What's your stand with regards to Mr. President Duterte running as in the position of Vice President for the year 2022?
All right. Actually, choosing the right leaders are in our hands. Actually, if our recent president will run for the vice president position, I mean, that's his choice, but we should be smart enough on what are the interests of this candidate, since leaders are, of course, safeguarding for the welfare of our country. they have this will on how we should be protected. And of course, as our part naman, on our part, we should be a responsible citizen. By, of course, we should let our will no to vote wisely. That's why there are chances we need to criticize, we have to scrutinize these candidates for these position because the future of our country lies in their hands. So we really need to be vigilant. We really need to be aware of the interest of these people because sometimes being unaware it leads to conflict. It leads to problem. And if you want to see changes, then we should vote wisely for this coming
Yeah.
election.
Vote wisely and we need to condemn kailangan i-condemn natin yung yung laganap sa vote buying, di ba? We need to condemn vote buying. So kailangan vote wisely talaga. Kasi nga tamang-tama nga yung sinabi niyo na it's in our hands. Kapag isang mali mo pa lang, nagkamali ka sa pagboto, di ba? At nanalo yung president na hindi naman deserving, well, suffer the consequence. Kung ano man yung interest niya, it's up to bahala ka kasi binoto mo, 'di ba? Nasa president na 'yon. Lalo na kung nakaupo na siya sa position niya. 'Di ba? So, yun. Next, we have what are the qualities that you consider for choosing the future president of the country? Qualities. So, ang tinatanong dito qualities, hindi lang isa. Mr. Iloilo?
I think for me, the best qualities that I'm looking for the next future president of our country is being sensitive and being considerate. I think that's the best thing that I could describe because if we say sensitive, there's so many things going on in our country that has to be addressed, and also considerate when it comes to concerns of our people. So I think by these qualities, we're being able to connect and also to give way when it comes to opportunities in building and solving the problems of our country and for the sovereignty of every Filipino people. So it's still, when we already found that qualities, I think yan yung parang siya na, siya na yung dapat iboboto natin. Kasi ako, there's so many things na parang iniisip ko pa kung ano yung mga ugali na pwede kong makita sa next president natin. And sa ngayon, very blank pa yung yung parang tao na pwede kong mapipili. But I know it will take time for me to choose for the right president. And the only thing that we should do is to research more about the things that and the credentials that you may found for the next president of our country.
Yeah. Tama, being sensitive is a good factor. Kasi nga 'di ba, sensitive ka, alam natin na you have that concern. You have that feeling of
Yes.
love and care, 'di ba? Which is good, which is talagang kailangan talaga na mag-manifest as qualities ng president na tatakbo for the upcoming election. Okay, what about you, Mr. Bacolod? What are the qualities?
All right, thank you for that question. Actually, if we want to make our country a better place to live in, then we really need to choose leaders who are qualified for the position. And one of the things that we should look for that are the qualities that he has. Then for me, these qualities are not only being smart, but also emotional, stable, and have the heart and courage to serve the people. Why being smart? Because as a leader, you have to innovate something. You need to build something that could really help the people survive, could really uplift the motivation of the people to be a responsible citizen of this nation. When it comes to emotional stable, he is more on he has this sympathy, empathy, or being compassionate towards the feelings of his people by being considerate, so that he is not only working well, but he has these skills on leadership skills on how to manage his territory well. So I think if we have these qualities, on our next president, I think we can build a territory where there would be conflicts, not much perfect, but as long as we people are surviving and we are also reaching for our own dreams.
So guys, do you believe na a man to become the next president should be academically, professionally, and morally inclined ba, or more and excellent? Just like the issue right now, which is very rampant about Manny Pacquiao, di ba? Na binobombard siya. It's because they are questioning about his academic background. What's your stand on that?
Uh, who will answer first? Me or Ileila? Sino?
Now,
Oh, wait.
anong
Lula.
nangyayari?
Ako ba mag...
Anong nangyayari?
All right. So ako na lang. Okay, for me, I think it's really necessary
Okay.
to have this educational attainment, no? Since your educational attainment is one of the bases to have this higher position. So it's like you are building your empire. No, how can you be smart if you don't have these educational qualities that people are looking for? So I think these educational qualities or attainment could really be a challenge for people who are uh, wishing to be one of the leaders of our country. Since people are expecting too much from them on how to deal certain issues and certain problems of our country, not only in our country but globally. So I think being smart or being intelligent must be necessary as one of the qualifications to be on that position.
So what about if they ask you, if you are going to choose a president, would you rather choose a president who is smart but not that so kind, or a president who is not that smart but very kind? What if the question goes that way?
Well, I think I rather choose a president who is smart because if he is smart, then he can learn how to be kind.
Oh, that's a good answer. That's a good point. What about Mr. Kevin? The question would be yung tanong ko kanina. Since you've mentioned about the credentials of being a president, so do you agree that a president should be academically and professionally inclined?
Well, I believe it's just like you're applying for a job. You know, when you're applying for a job, you have to have like good qualities when it comes to credentials and also experiences, and it really reflects how how suitable you are for the position. And also, by being a president, it's not just like you're gonna sit there, receive the problems of our country. No, it's not. It's just like the whole nation, expecting a lot from you, not just in leadership, but also community service. It's how you will lead the whole country itself. So it's very important that you have the heart to serve and the mind to think about the whole problems of our country. Because when we say smart, it should be specific. You have to be measurable, attainable. You have to be realistic when it comes to your goals, and timeless when it comes to the opportunities that comes along with our country. Yeah, time bound. Yeah, it can be time bound also.
Smart talaga,
So,
smart
yun.
talaga.
Tama.
Smart, specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and time bound, right? Very
Time
good.
bound. Time
So
bound.
balik natin yung question kanina na tinanong ko kay Mr. Bagholod. Would you rather choose a president who is smart but not that so kind, but or on the other side, a president who is very very kind but not that so intelligent?
Mhm.
Kailangan ba sa panahon
I think-
ngayon, anong leader ang kailangan nating piliin between that two choices? Kailangan ba natin ng taong
For me,
matulungin lang, or tao talagang matalino talaga?
Mhm. I think there's a
Mr.
form
Iloilo.
of stereotyping. I think there's a form of stereotyping. I wouldn't choose anything, but rather I would choose a person who will be smart and also has the heart to serve. It doesn't matter na parang you have many credentials. So what if yung credentials mo yun is very suitable for the position, but you don't have the manners and the attitude being a president? And I think that's not enough to describe your position. It really describes your personality. So I think
Yes.
we have to be flexible in both decisions, like from being smart and also from being kind, you know. Kasi makikita yan ng mga tao as you go along with the promotion and the election. So yun, malalaman pa rin yan ng lahat yung ugali mo.
So kailangan.
Yes.
So kailangan talaga, it's a total package. You have to be professionally, academically,
Yes.
morally
Mhm.
excellent talaga.
Mhm.
Di ba? Kasi
Yes.
the country
Tama.
relies on the decision of our president. Di ba? So
Yes,
yung expectation natin sa president is kailangan mag-go beyond into the limit talaga.
Mhm.
Kasi nga, he's the president.
Mhm.
Kailangan total package talaga. Diba?
Tama.
So I think
Tama.
you already have your bets. I think you already have your bets na. Ganon. Ayan, so next question. Ayan, to Mr. Bacolod. The Philippines has confirmed its first death and locally transmitted cases of the Delta variant. What are your thoughts to those people who are still reluctant to receive vaccination?
All right. Actually, this whole pandemic thing really hit us hard. Like it's a terrifying situation. But our world leaders shared their best practices. At the same time, our medical frontliners are also doing their best to solve certain issues like this. And one of the solutions is to be vaccinated. But there are certain people who are very reluctant to receive this kind of vaccine. Well, for me, yeah, I already have my second dose. And one thing that we should be aware of is that as a responsible citizen, we need to get vaccinated because I think that's one way of showing that we are contributing much, no, and not just being burdens to our government. Well, I think one thing that I can do for those people who are reluctant to receive vaccines, I will let them realize how important life is. By, of course, if we love someone, if we love our life, then we should protect it. We need to save it. But if you are reluctant, it's only means that you are not taking care of your life itself. Well, we can enjoy life more, we can achieve the quality of life because we deserve, but those who are reluctant, I guess they really need time to realize that it is necessary. Um, we should be aware and educated enough the effects of this vaccine, and this vaccine could really change our life. Yeah, that's all.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bacolod. Proceed tayo kay Mr. Iloilo. Then let's collate your opinions. Mr. Iloilo?
Mhm. For me naman kasi,
The Philippines,
vaccination
okay.
is a choice. Okay. For me kasi, vaccination is a choice. And in my own case kasi, sa family namin, dalawa lang kami ng sister ko are vaccinated. And yung parents ko are also reluctant when it comes to vaccination. Sometimes, nag-argue kami kung ano yung, kung paano namin sila parang pursue for vaccination. But still, we really tried our best to inspire them na parang to push and motivate them na parang maging vaccinated in the near following days. Kasi sabi ko, yung variant kasi ngayon, yung Delta variant, mas grabe pa yun sa COVID. And it was started from India. And it's just like parang second wave siya ng COVID. Second highest siya ng COVID. So it's something that's very alarming. So yeah, I really wanted to be the voice and also to be the image na parang to be vaccinated is really, really important because if your health is your utmost priority, you're being able to invest your time and effort just to go to the vaccination center and get a jab. You know, it's still a choice, but still we have to think about the things that might happen to us if we will not get vaccinated. You know, there's so many consequences after all, but still it's a choice.
But the question is, will that violate the human rights since we are in a democratic country, right? Our freedom to choose
Mhm.
to what we want will be violated if the government will going to mandate that vaccination. So, ano yung stand nyo regarding that? But
Mhm.
will that violate our rights as human na nadidegrade yung choices natin?
Mhm. For me kasi, I would always believe in expressionism. You know, not because it's mandatory in our country. It doesn't mean na parang ipupush mo yung tao mo to get vaccinated. Kasi yung culture natin as a Filipino, mahirap tayong i-please. Ipi-please ka nila if may ibibigay, example, pera. You know, mag-vaccine ka if bibigyan kita ng pera para pa-vaccine. Sometimes kasi yan yung ugali ng mga Filipino, especially the baby boomers, really. So,
Yeah.
so for us to think about this kind of matter is something that we have to be considerate also for the elders themselves kasi not all has the courage to be vaccinated and we have to understand na human rights is also important but still for the people who are not willing to be vaccinated it's their choice so we have to respect them.
Yeah. So I think the government should outweigh that kind
Mhm.
of situation. Kasi ang
Mhm.
hirap na, 'di ba? Ang hirap din naman na nadidegrade yung rights natin as humans.
Tama.
'Di ba? Tama naman ako. Kailangan talaga the role of the government should exist. And yung
Mhm.
may mga yung role of churches nag-exist din kasi may mga beliefs nga. May mga iba na hindi naniniwala sa gamot, hindi naniniwala sa vaccines. That's the problem. So yun yung
Mhm.
tanong ko nga kanina na ano ba yung stand nyo kung kung imamandate gagawin compulsory ng government. I think magkakaroon ba ng chaos or argument na mangyayari? So that would be the question. What about you, Mr. Bacolod? Ano ba yung stand mo regarding that?
For me naman, it's like we're all in this together. No, our government is working well towards this pandemic na masolusyunan natin. And then we cannot deny the fact that there are certain people na they have this choice naman. They have this choice not to be vaccinated or to be vaccinated. But if we want to ease the pain of this country, our government, we need to support because I believe our government is working well to make this country a better place to live in. We are going to solve this problem. Not easy. It's not an easy thing to do. They have performed a lot of brainstorming. They get different ideas coming from best leaders around the world. But one thing that for sure we can commit to be a responsible citizen is that I think we need to get this vaccination kasi uh, this is for our future. We want to save the lives of other people as well. We need to survive in this life. So I think there's no reason for us not to be vaccinated. So well again it's our choice to be vaccinated or
Alam
not.
mo kasi,
But I
the,
encourage
prob-
people to be vaccinated. If we really love
the
our
Mhm.
problem
country, if we
kasi,
really love ourselves, yun.
yeah, you're right. The problem kasi, people get to be hesitant kasi nga, sabi nila, magpapavaccine ka pero ma-acquire mo pa rin naman yung virus. Di ba? So what's the sense kung magpapavaccine ka for that kind of matter, for prevention, kung hindi naman siya for treatment, di ba? Yun yung nagiging question kasi sa mga tao ngayon. So
Actually,
paano mo may explain yan sa mga taong reluctant nga ba na yeah, you can still acquire pero in what way? Ano kaya yung best advice mo sa kanila? Mr. Ilo-ilo muna tayo din. Okay, then sunod tayo kay Bacolod.
Mhm. I'm sorry, pwede po bang masulit yung question? Sorry.
Di ba maraming mga issues na may mga taong hesitant kasi bakit pa daw kailangan magpa-vaccine kung yung virus is ma-acquire mo pa rin? So what's the sense na magpapa-vaccine ka pa for prevention and hindi naman siya for treatment? Yun yung question, yun yung
Well, actually,
nagiging question.
Well, actually, I also asked that to myself like weeks ago before ako magpa-vaccine. Sabi ko, magpapa-vaccine ako and then after a few days, magkakasakit ako and then kung magte-test ako, magpa-positive ako, ganun. So I tried to research really well about the things that we may experience if we get vaccinated. And it's true, na-experience ko siya. Nagkasakit ako. Actually, ngayon, sinisipon pa. But still, I try to understand na yan yung makukuha natin if we get vaccinated. And also, sinasabi ko yan sa parents ko, basically, nasabi ko, na yung pag-vaccinate, yung sabi kasi nila, if you'll get vaccinated, parang ma-high blood ka, parang ma-hospitalize ka, marami kang, mararamdaman sa sarili mo. Pero sabi ko, it's part of the, vaccination. But still, we have to understand na parang some people would feel na mag-hesitant sila because of the fear that they feel inside. So, naniniwala pa rin ako na to see is to believe and to experience is to believe. So, yan yung na-apply ko sa sarili ko. And yun, experience ko siya and wala naman nangyari sa akin. Nagkasakit lang, but still, I'm living my life.
Yeah. Marami din akong na witness regarding that. Na sabi nila, they still acquire the virus but yung symptoms nila not that so severe, mild lang daw. Yun yung sinasabi nila. So okay lang magpa-vaccine kasi anong gusto mo? Severe na symptoms or mild symptoms lang? O syempre sa mild symptoms ako, di ba? Sino ba naman ang magkakagusto ng severe symptoms? Parang ganon. Ikaw ba, Mr. Bacolod?
Opo.
So what's your stand on that? On that controversy regarding bakit mo pa kailangan magpa-vaccine kung ma-acquire mo pa rin naman yung virus? Bakit hindi na lang mga supportive treatment? Bakit hindi na lang gamot ang i-push through? Mga ganong bagay, di ba? Since ang mahal-mahal ng vaccine, right?
Oh, swerte nga natin actually that we receive free vaccination in our country. And we always taught in school na prevention is always better than cure talaga. That's why we need to do this vaccination because we want to prevent from acquiring this kind of virus. So we need to do this because we want to save the life, not only our life, but also our loved ones. Yun. Pero kasi you cannot please everybody. But yun nga, mahirap din kasi matatalino pa sila sa mga medical professionals. Like matatalino pa sila sa government leaders. So yun yung mahirap sa kanila. But if yun, mahirap kasi i-please talaga yung tao. Pero yun nga, if we really care for your life, then you really get vaccinated. Kasi it's for your own sake. It's for your well-being. Yun, if you want to survive this life, then you should get vaccinated. As long as you are aware of the effects of this vaccine. Yun. I can see naman na there's no problem since na-experience ko rin naman vaccinated na ako for two doses na. So, yun, it's better
sacrifice pa,
Yeah, prevention is better than cure. So we can
sabi nga nila if one person will sacrifice, majority will benefit. Parang ganon.
Yeah.
Yung
Kaya
isang taong na nag-sacrifice, yung 5 tao, magkaka-benefit. So parang ganun yung nangyayari.
yun na nga. So, ayun. So, kailangan talaga, we are knowledgeable enough this kind of vaccination that we receive. Kasi, it's for our future. Yun.
At tama rin yung sinabi ni Iloilo na you have to read more articles kasi it's a form of awareness. It's a form of kailangan maging vigilant ka talaga kasi if you don't have that knowledge, walang, 'di ba? In the end, ikaw yung magiging kawawa.
Kaya kailangan aware ka din sa mga current events na nangyayari sa ating paligid para hindi ka parang may silbi ka din sa community natin, parang ganun.
So, good job guys. Yung informations na naibigay nyo ngayon, I think that's a great, it would be great for our viewers na meron silang natutunan. Especially to Mr. Iloilo and to Mr. Bacolod. So, yan nga guys. Meron na tayong may nag-pop up na. Thank you guys daw. You can now say your closing spiels. Okay, closing spiels coming from Mr. Iloilo.
Well, actually, nabitin ako. bitin yung 30 minutes.
Kasi
anyway, 30 minutes. But I would like to thank this opportunity, especially to the organization of Hari ng Pilipinas for conducting this head-to-head challenge. I really enjoyed talaga to talk with JL. Actually, JL, we've met like 2 years ago dito sa Iloilo during our events and kilala namin yung isa't isa. So parang medyo light lang yung yung ambience ngayon. And also, I just want to shout out.
Is that a competition?
Wala.
Wala.
We are friends on Facebook for almost like 2 years na.
Yeah.
And also I just want to shout out to RJ Batang, one of our hari, nagpapa-shout out. Yun lang. And also to the Iloilo City, thank you for your support, and also to those for my handlers and directors, Sir Alfie Di Samprado and Acenis. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Nabitin kasi lang, take your time lang, Mr. Iloilo. Baka may nakalimutan ka pa. Sponsors or
support sige, sponsors. To my sponsors, especially Ruru Aesthetic Clinics and also Astuya Dental Clinic for my smile and also Fade Ground for my hair that will be happening 2 weeks after nitong ECQ. I'm very excited for that opportunity, and also for the Real family. Actually, kami dalawa ni JL, we're both from Real company like 2 years ago. So yun. So thank you.
What's on anong meron sa Real? Is that a modeling agency ba?
Hindi po. Bali, siya, beauty and wellness na company. So, we were able to promote this company. So, yun. It was a great experience din.
Wow. Galing naman. Tapos talagang talagang dito pa talaga kayo nagkaroon ng head-to-head. Nagtapatan pa talaga, no?
Opo. Nagulat din naman
Coincidence ba? Okay.
Actually, I'm looking forward to be partnered with him sa mga events dito sa Hari ng Pilipinas. And it happened na.
At siyempre, i-anticipate nyo na rin na makakapasok kayo sa top 32 para more bonding pa, di ba? Yeah. Okay, it's your time, Mr. Bacolod.
Yeah, it's really a pleasure to be here tonight. Actually, Kevin and I are really friends naman, and it's like brothers of conversing with each other. Yun. And I really want to thank the people who are watching us right now for always supporting us, especially those who are Bacolod non and tanan niya Ilonggo. Yeah, Bacolod non, tanan niya Ilonggo. Madamo gid niya salamat sa pagsuporta sa amon. I hope this is just a start, no, for your support, and I am looking forward na more conversation pa with Kevin and other candidates. And of course, would like to say thank you to the organizations who are working well, no, para maging successful ang ganitong event. And yun, to my Glam team, to Sir Richard, who is the franchise director of yun. And yun, maraming salamat po. So, always stay tuned to Hari ng Pilipinas page. You can follow Hari ng Pilipinas social media accounts, Instagram, Facebook page, no, so that you will be updated of what is happening on the organization and the competition. So, thank you so much, and I hope you will have a good night and be safe talaga always.
Okay, thank you so much, Mr. Bacolod. So let's call it a night to both of you. Again, advance congratulations. Kung makapasok man sa top 32, magkita-kita na lang sa province of Cagayan. Okay?
Ayun.
Okay.
See
So
you
have
po.
a good night. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Ayan, so last but not the least, our last set of candidates who will be doing the head-to-head challenge would be a battle between Summer Province and Rojas. Yan. Medyo natagalan ba, Mr. Summer? I think Mr. Summer ba? Summer?
Correct. Yes, Summer.
How do people pronounce Summer? Summer or Summer?
People actually say that Summer. It's either kung saan ka komportable. Kung saan ka komportable. Pero mostly yung sinasabi nila is Summer. Hindi
Parang
Summer.
para tuloy ang sarap mag-beach sa Summer kasi summer na summer. Di ba?
Yes, summer na summer. Yes.
Joke lang. Ayan, medyo ano lang muna tayo. Mag-spill naman tayo ng konti kasi medyo ang dami dire-diretso eh. Why Rojas City can make it tonight? So parang kami ang mag-head-to-head challenge, ganon. Ayan. So actually I was messaged by Sir Ras kanina, and unknowingly hindi ko alam na meron palang head-to-head challenge, and I wasn't actually prepared kanina. Pero for the sake na talagang to interview candidates of Hari ng Pilipinas, I actually made my schedule work talaga. So, ayan. So, ikaw yung last. Naku, mag-isa mo lang may head-to-head challenge dito.
Mag-isa kong sasaluhin ng lahat ng katanungan.
Lahat. Sir. You will be bombarded with difficult questions. Nako, are you a bit nervous or excited?
A little bit nervous, but hoping and praying na kaya kong sagutin ang lahat ng katanungan.
Yeah, I bet na talagang masasagot mo kasi you look so ano din naman. You look so professional naman, and the way you speak, I know na kayang-kaya mo naman yan, brother. Okay? Tiwala lang.
Brother.
Okay. Sige, so since ikaw lang, 30 minutes tayo na puro ikaw. So my question, what is more important? Life experience or education?
Actually, mas importante po yung education kasi sa nangyayari ngayon sa ating bansa, parang if you are just relying on life experience, parang it's not enough. While yung education, in proper education, mas malalaman natin kung ano ang dapat, kung ano ang tama, at kung ano ang dapat unahin sa buhay.
But do you believe that in life? Yeah, but do you believe in life experiences, you will be educated as well?
Yes, because I also believe in saying na experience is the best teacher. Yes. Pero in some other terms naman, kung pagbabasihan natin, for me mas kailangan natin yung education kaysa sa magre-rely lang tayo sa experience.
Kasi ang education is more on tama.
Parang may right process pag sa education, may right process. While sa life experience parang na-experience mo lang pero parang ito ba yung dapat malaman ko? Ito ba yung dapat na matutunan ko? While sa education, may right procedure na kailangan nating sundin. So mas maganda pa rin yung proper education for me.
Tama. Kasi sa education, hindi lang yung knowledge, hindi lang yung understanding about history, about science, about math, but it's also may education din tayo when it comes into values, di ba? So it's a complete package kasi pag education which may i-apply mo sa life experiences mo. Di ba? Sa life experience kasi sa life experience kasi it's either more on ano lang yan, more on happiness,
parang more on spice of life na lang yung life
True.
experience. Parang yun. So I prefer education than life experience.
Ayun. So thank you so much. Good job. Good answer. Nako. Next question. Nako, bombarded ka talaga dito. How can you be help? How can you be of help to our community, especially in these trying times? That's a question coming from John Vincent Alan. How can you be of help to our community, especially in these trying times?
Siguro, sir, I can help them by understanding their situation. Halimbawa, kung yung taong ito ay kailangan ng tulong mentally, let's say for example, may mental problem siya, so i-explain ko sa kanya kung ano yung mga dapat gawin based on my experience, at saka tutulungan ko siya sa naturuan ng tamang pamamaraan para malabanan yung mental health niya.
So, ano ka ba? My question is, are you an advocate of mental health? Is that your advocacy?
Actually, my advocacy is to lend my help for those children na hindi kayang mag-aral.
Yeah,
Parang
so that's one of the ano. Oo, so yan yung nagiging isang problema ngayon, challenging times, na lalo na ngayon sa pandemic when it comes to education system, may mga bata na they were deprived to get education because they don't have that enough finances to support their studies. Di ba lalo na ngayon, very rampant ang online education, which is yung mga iba hindi wala silang tools or instrument para makagamit nung, like for example, laptops, cell phones, internets, which are very essential sa online learning. So bilang ikaw as a responsible citizen, ang question sa'yo, since education for children, paano mo tutulungan ang isang bata na salat sa buhay na gustong mag-online learning through the use of social media? Wala siyang any tools. Ano gagawin mo bilang ikaw, responsible citizen? Bibilhan mo ba siya ng laptop? Ano ba? Bibilhan mo ba siya ng cellphone? What are your ways?
For me, the best thing to do is, halimbawa kung wala siyang laptop or cellphone, meron naman pong module na pwedeng ibigay sa kanya at saka dun siya mag-study, mag-aral. Yun ang best way. Kumbaga, kung isinasa puso mo tulungan ng isang tao, gagawa ka ng paraan kahit sa maliit na pamamaraan lamang.
Yeah, that's a good ano talaga. It's a very interesting talaga na sometimes, 'di ba, in these difficult times, meron pa rin we have to look more on the brighter side na alam natin na makakatulong pa sa ating fellow. Yun, alam mo yun, you know what? Parehas tayo ng advocacy. Ang advocacy ko kasi sa international pageant ko sa Mr. Glam is education for all. Kasi nga 'di ba, napaka-importante talaga since ang education, ito yung platform na magagamit ng mga bata to be, hindi natin alam kasi our children of today will be the children of our future.
Children of
diba?
Tomorrow, yes.
Oo, yun. Hindi natin alam na soon may pandemic pala. Yung mga kabataan ngayon in providing the right of education, at least they have the knowledge. Hindi natin alam na in the future days sila din pala yung makaka-resolve nung next pandemic, di ba? May mga ganong situation. Ganun yung mindset natin. Ikaw
just like my mother told me na when it comes to education, ito yung bagay na hindi mananakaw sa'yo. Ito yung bagay na kailangan panghawakan mo kasi ito yung magiging tulay sa kinabukasan mo.
Yeah, sabi nga nila, yung karunungan sa isipan, yan yung hindi makukuha ng iba. Ito yung kasi yung sandata natin eh.
Opo.
At tama yun. Okay. disregard everything. Pero people can the intelligence that you have cannot be taken away from you. Yun. Ayan. Ay, Teacher Jerome. Ayan. There is already a proposal for the country to return the face-to-face classes. Ready na ba tayo? Are you a teacher?
Yes po. I'm a
Yeah.
teacher.
You know, we're both teachers. We have the same advocacy. I'm also a teacher by profession. Ayan.
Opo.
Ikaw, saang ano ka ba? Saang field of education ka?
TVL track po sa TLE. Sa senior high school.
TLE.
Sa senior
Secondary?
Opo, secondary.
Senior high school. So back tayo sa question. Coming from the page Hari ng Pilipinas. Are we ready? Ikaw, are you ready to face the system of the education system, which is the face-to-face basis? Ready ka na ba doon, Teacher Jerome? What do you think?
Actually, based on my experience at saka based sa preparedness of our educational system, palagay ko parang hindi pa tayo ready sa face-to-face. Masyado pa siyang risky kung ipipilit natin yung face-to-face education. So, I think yung mga pinuno or nasa taas ng sa educational government natin, siguro mas alam na nila yung tama eh. So, kailangan na lang nating magtiwala. So for me, parang I'm not yet ready for face-to-face. I prefer to ano na lang sa modular learning.
Actually, Teacher Jerome, marami pa ngang mga parents, marami mga parents na mas gusto yung mga bata na mag face-to-face na lang kasi wala daw natututunan. Mas lalo daw silang nagiging tamad. So what's your stand on that? What are your message to the parents who are pushing their children to have that face-to-face basis for the upcoming school year? Kasi maraming ganyan na mas pinupush nila. Mas kontra pa sila sa decision ng educational government.
For me po, imbis na kontrahin po nila yung ganung sistema na modular, mas mabuti pong suportahan na lang nila. Kasi yung if we are going to mold a child, hindi po pwedeng mag-rely lang sa teacher. Kailangan po teamwork of the parents and the teacher. Hindi po pwedeng mag-rely lang po. Halimbawa, kung yung bata is nag-aaral sa kanilang bahay. So, pwede naman tulungan nila yun eh. Hindi naman kailangan na pera ganito, walang natututunan yung bata. Pwede naman tulungan nila eh. Nasa communication lang po yung pinaka best answer for that. Communication.
Tama.
It's not totally na face to face. Let's say for example mag face to face tayo, then suddenly after 1 month nagkaroon ng parang nagkalat na mas marami yung nagka-virus, di ba? Di mas pangit tingnan pag ganun eh. Masyadong risky. So I think ginagawa natin kung ano yung nararapat. Ginagawa natin kung ano yung tama. Tapos ginagawa namin yung best namin para matulungan ng mga bata. So kami naman, kahit modular kami, pinupuntahan namin ang mga mag-aral namin na sa kanilang bahay para matulungan kung in case nahihirapan sila sa subject na ganito, ano yung mga dapat gawin. So pinupuntahan namin sila. Hindi lang totally na modular yung basis namin sa learning ng bata.
Yan,
maraming pamamaraan.
Ayan. Medyo hindi ko na someone's calling, pero okay lang. Tama. There are many modes of There are many modes of rin kasi of teaching, di ba? It might be in an online way or in a modular way. Kaya nakadepende yan, yung education system natin, nakadepende yan on how are we going to strengthen the partnership among our parents, among the local government units, among our students, and among our teachers as well. Diba? So napaka-importante talaga. Ayun.
Parang imbis na punahin po nila yung parang shortcomings namin ng mga teachers, parang hindi na lang, parang in other way, pwede naman silang makikommunicate na lang sa amin ng mabuti para mas magandahan namin yung dapat gawin para sa bata.
Yeah. Ayun, so, wait lang.
Parang
Someone's calling.
let's look for the brighter side.
Yeah.
Wag tayong
Brighter
mag-isip ng
side.
okay.
Let's just be positive. Let's just be
Yes.
positive kung ano yung mangyayari. Siguro yung trust to the government, I think very important talaga kasi as sinabi mo nga kanina, what's most important is we have to put our full trust to the government because they know what they are doing. They know what's the best interest for the whole, 'di ba? Alam nila kung ano yung makakabuti para sa mga bata, para na rin sa parents ng mga bata. Ayun. So, okay. So, next one. Napalayo tayo. Ang tinatanong lang natin is helping our community, napunta tayo sa question about teacher, di ba? About
Ganun
issues
talaga siguro
about
pag
education.
teacher,
Ayan.
pag nakasimula ng usapan, masyadong nagsosobra sa topic.
Ayan. Ayun. So, next question. Grabe naman. Thank you, HNP Summer. You may now say your last spiel. Do you have any message to our citizen, to our viewers? You need to promote na your yourself, your province, your upcoming pageant for the inaugural Hari ng Pilipinas 2021. It's your time, Mr. Samar.
So, good evening po sa lahat and also good night kasi obviously patulog na tayo. And I would like to say thank you sa lahat ng organizer, sa lahat ng mga tao sa likod ng Hari ng Pilipinas na nag-organize ng ganitong patimpalak. Tsaka nagpapasalamat ako sa mga supporters ko sa Samar. Just keep supporting me. Laban lang tayo. Siring pa Samar, aatula. Thank you.
Ayan. So, continue supporting our teacher, ang teacher ng Samar Province, si Teacher Jerome. Ayan, very very noble. Pasok na pasok sa banga ng one of the core values ng Hari ng Pilipinas. So, very noble, very marangal. Ang pagiging isang guro ay isang marangal na profession. So, high respect to Teacher Jerome. Thank you for giving us your time.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you for lending us your knowledge, your challenge kahit mag-isa mo lang. Challenge mo tuloy yung sarili mo. At na-challenge din ako. Di ba? So,
ganyan siguro talaga sa buhay, sir. Kailangan may mga laban na mag-isa.
Makikita tayo sa mga convention, teachers conventions. Ayan, malay natin, di ba? Ayan. So, thank you so much, Sir Jerome.
Hoping to see you, sir. Hoping to see you.
Have the best luck. Break a leg for your upcoming pageant. Good luck and good night.
Thank you, sir.
Ayun! So, we're done. And I hope everyone enjoyed watching. And nakita nyo naman how good, how eloquent, how intelligent are our candidates in answering those questions given by specific people. So this time, I think let's call it a night. I just want to say na continue supporting Hari ng Pilipinas by simply following and liking their page, and also following our candidates, because this is the first ever inaugural pageant, one of the biggest pageants, male pageants in the Philippines during these pandemic times. So again, congratulations in advance sa mga organizers and to all the candidates. I hope to see you soon and continue being makatao, matikas, marunong at marangal. Maraming salamat po sa inyong gabi, ay sa inyong lahat at magandang gabi. Good night.